Yes. Other than that, he does have some magical reagents on him that aren't enough to like warrant like a bonus for when you're doing rituals. He does have a small amount of gold pieces on him, and whenever I say small, I mean 385 gold pieces.
Okay. Oh, just pocket change for him.
So what does any one of you know about
Yeah.
these guys?
He's breathing shallowly. You unmask him. He does appear to be human, as you like rifle through his clothes and like strip him off, but his face is heavily scarred, like a severe gout of like acid or some other form. Like he was like right in front of a dragon's snout and it just breathed all over him, like that bad. Really grotesque. Like you can actually like see through his cheek, like the muscles and tendons, to his teeth behind them. His eyeball kind of juts out a little weirdly due to all of the skin and scar damage.
Yeah, sure. Does anyone know what death speakers are? Is it a thing? I don't think Hiram knows.
Totally no idea.
There is no background any of you have which would fit into what this individual does.
I mean, is he just a crazy person? Or...
no idea.
What do we do with him?
The only thing that you could confirm is that he could lead around undead, but all of the magic that he cast at you guys wasn't like what necromancers typically use.
Hmm. Yeah, but like... Here's why I hate taking prisoners.
Well, we have little choice here. We put him in one of the beds, we keep him under guard, and then we question him.
But he could blow up our minds with whatever he did to Fargus.
Yeah, that was quite painful.
On the other hand, he might wake rather soon, and if we're all there, we should be able to take him down again if he tries something.
Let's just hide him for now and put him in a corner or something.
Alright. Shall I try that?
Strip him of all of his magical implements.
You can, where would you like to put him? I'll put him wherever you want to put him.
Well, I mean, might as well put it in my bed, right? We have enough of them.
Sure, right here then.
Yeah, here.
Alright. I'll tuck him in this corner then.
Just watch him.
Also, Hiram will grab whatever, like, armor and such the others had and put him in the armory, and then he'll begin to unload Ravinger and put the stuff in the larder and
food.
Yes, all of the food you guys had. Yes.
It's kind of cold now, but it was that during the walk anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it's now actually iced and chilled, quite frozen from the walk.
The unloading process will take long enough that by the time you're completed with that, you will hear some slight rustling and some semi-conscious mumbling as the helpless and barely alive individual comes to.
Hearing that, he will certainly go over there. A cover.
Like the eyes. Did you put his mask back on him, or do you have that off?
I think we put it back on him. It's
Okay.
most respectful.
Quite rather good face.
Goger is immediately
the man is
flashing
scarred,
to like a
right?
veteran role-play mood to like, it's like a magic item, but it's not a magic item. The only magic item he had was the staff.
That's not what I meant. Just being disrespectful. He kind of, attacked all our friends and tried to kill us.
Yeah, but if we're gonna let him live, we might as well. And if we're gonna kill him, does it really matter?
And also, he let our friends live when he very well could have quickly changed that fact.
That is true.
like the man groans and looking up the ceiling says, "Did I hear that right? Scion of oh.
Jim looks annoyed to tempt Thomas.
Spur of the moment.
That would be problematic to let him go.
Well, it's not an unknown opinion of him. Just, not one I knew for sure. I get told many things.
Now that we're no longer are in such a rush, who are you and how did you come about your mission to go here and kill us all?
I am the deaf speaker. My name is forgotten. My intention. I can't even remember it. My primary occupation is to consult with the spirits of the dead. They can be rather vengeful and restless, and need to vent their energies. I was contacted by one such individual who was very, very hostile towards a group of individuals, you in particular, over a rather traumatic experience which resulted not just in her death, but her soul being stuck to this reality.
We had no idea that she had been put in such...
As it turns out, while attempting to perform the rites and disperse energies can be helpful. Whenever they are executed so poorly, they can become offensive to the dead, and not only will they not rest peacefully, they will not rest at all.
Was not our intention.
Yes, well, I can't say I would have known where to find you at all, but I do have a connection or two, and I am on occasion a paid contractor who helps people with their problems. It seems that the higher-ups in Drakenhall, the important ones, have heard of you, as well as pinpointed your location. There was a dark elf, Chris, or something or another, apparently was rather helpful and wanted to do everything she could to join the Black Fang, so she gave a lot of information.
Looks back to Thomas. Back to this guy. It's another reason to not take prisoners.
It's not like the people who wanted to find us couldn't have found us through other ways.
Well, they didn't need to.
We did.
Nice, we can make it so convenient for them.
We did kind of speak of some of our plans in her presence. That's not very good.
As such, I imagine that even defeating me, and my primary motivation isn't even the Black Fang, you're going to have them after you. A restless, ceaseless pursuit across the ends of the Dragon Empire.
I don't think that surprises any of us.
I wish that things weren't so bad that I couldn't just go home. Well, wherever that might be at this point. Sort of looks to the Death Speaker.
Bound as he is, he's got his mask pointed at the ceiling.
Says, I sometimes envy you. People like you who can just take up a cause and then... I presume too much.
I would like to go home too, but not every one of us has a home to go back to.
Oh, yes. It's very true. There's simply too much at stake for us to fail. The world rests upon our shoulders, it seems.
You know, it is a rather pleasant temperature in here. How do you keep it this cozy?
Magic. So waves his hand.
A wizard did it.
He doesn't see the hand wave, but he just slowly nods his head.
I can do many things.
I noticed. I thought Bree would have a shot at reclaiming her vengeance, and perhaps her soul departing in a more peaceful fashion, but perhaps the very means which stripped her from this world did so again.
Yes, as it turns out.
Do you think her vengeance was justified?
There is an attempt at a shrug. I don't know. I only hear the stories of those who are restless and seek revenge. Hers was sufficiently motivating, enough to compel me, not to mention that because she found me, I had concerns that... Well... As a group, you could handle her. Individually, she would have been a challenge, even for one who is capable of banishing undead.
And so if you had won, you would have killed us and then left. No more care in the world for what we were trying to do in life.
Pause and says, well, Bree would have killed you, and I would have been aiding her. So, your analysis is not inaccurate.
I'm slightly angry. And you have no idea what's at stake if you had actually done this thing. Foolish. Arrogant, even.
So what do we do with him?
Ask him whatever questions we might need, first and foremost. And see if well traveled, he speaks to the dead. Might know much. Do you know of the four?
The head actually lifts up a bit at that, and you are looked at through the one open eye of the mask. That is not a title which I hear mentioned.
Often.
Almost at all. It is something whispered about, not in halls, not in taverns, but in secret private rooms between those who have power and those who do not.
So why don't you tell me what else you know about it in less cryptic fashions? Nice.
Let me see if I can convey a way for you to understand, O powerful wizard. A pause, possibly in contemplation. The four, to my limited understanding, as a mercenary, and as one who spends far more time putting the dead at rest, are comprised of the three you know, the three I know, the black, blue, and red, and one extra. I haven't the foggiest who could be so powerful, or who would throw in their lot with the three. Perhaps the Orc Lord, as there are rumors and whispers that the blue is aiding the Orc Lord. But, I cannot say for certain. That in this four, whenever it is fully united, or whatever that means, it will undoubtedly bring the end of the age, and prevent the 14th age from coming to the beginning, as all the other ages often do. The chaos ends, some powerful, strong emperor, rids the world of whatever caused the end of the last age, and the Dragon Empire progresses. But, so it is said, the four will bring an end to that cycle.
What do you know about the problems with the Iron Sea? And the connection to the four?
The mask shakes its head. I don't bother with such things. My concerns aren't directed at the Iron Sea. I only know what I imagine you know as well, that the blue, through the aid of that Draco Druid, siphons off power from the Iron Sea, which used to crash against the walls of High Rock, and I imagine she uses it to fuel her own rituals and power. It is part of the reason, I imagine, why she was so eager to take this governorship in the first place, and why she still keeps it.
What do you know of this Draco Druid?
Only that I think he could challenge the High Druid herself, if he so wished. He certainly exhibits all of the destructive force of nature. Grotesquely powerful. I would not dare to cross him at all.
Wonderful. Most of the others, perhaps the others have some questions they want to ask the masked man. Where did you hear about the four?
You asking the deaf speaker?
Yeah.
Yes. As noted, I have connection with the Black Fang. I am hired sometimes as a mercenary to handle tasks they do not wish to do. They are, after all, a group of assassins who wait for their time to strike. I am less of an assassin. It is through my affiliation with them, an affiliation I imagine has now been burned, that I heard of the four. Fleetingly.
Do you know where we can find them? Do they have a headquarters? Something like that.
The Black Fang. Look around you, they're everywhere.
Yes,
I
but
told
they don't have a fixed place of doing things.
Why wouldn't a guild of assassins and spies spread across the entirety of the Dragon Empire have one giant headquarters with a giant beacon attached to it say, "Hey adventurers, try here"? I presume it is somewhere in Drakenhall, probably wherever the Black is. My contact with the Black Fang is through intermediaries. Matter of fact, I only suspect it's the Black Fang. I've never been told, because who would say directly such things? It would be like the Blue telling you she was the Blue.
And if one were to be a mercenary who would like to accept similar contracts, where would you go?
You would make your name known through your actions and deeds. One way, which I have heard of individuals making themselves apparent, is when they when they are forced into the constabulary of Drakenhall. There are times when individuals, visitors, are impressed into service by the Kobold legions, and must do the Blue's bidding. After all, she is the Imperial Governor, part of the law governing the entire Empire, and that cannot be ignored. So if she commands something, it is as if the Emperor himself commands it. Distinguish yourselves, and maybe not stay in such an isolated locale, and I think you would attract more attention. Whether you want it, or with the Black Fang hunting you, he trails off.
Thank you, I was very much aware of that fact.
Why do you think, or to your knowledge, are they hunting us?
Well, from what you've just said in front of me, the man with the golden glowing axe is the scion of the Great Gold Worm.
That's just a rumor, I'm sure.
That's why you said it.
Seem to be spreading well enough.
And, also, from your own declarations, you are rather potent. I have witnessed that myself, directly. A potent force of the scion of the great gold worm in the city of the Mistress of Sorcery. That, and I hear there was a whole mess with some other individuals, like a feeder gang who recruited for the Black Fang, part of their shadow intermediaries. There was some upset about you killing the... What the fuck, phone? Yes, it's the deaf speaker's mask making noise. The least of their numbers, and there was the information that Dark Elf provided, which pinpointed your precise location. Take your pick. You seem to have made quite an impact here.
One time a thief, forever a thief it seems. Did she get what she wanted out of her information?
I think she's still alive, and... He shrugs. I don't know. I was more concerned with finding you, what with the specter hovering over me, full of vengeful murder and everything.
You never asked why she died? Ever considered it?
Now who's the one asking stupid questions, with arrogance?
You simply seemed unconcerned.
I don't know every story, and I'm usually not as motivated to act with such force as I did, but she was particularly convincing. I deal with ghosts and souls who don't manifest themselves so powerfully. Were I to defy her, I think she would have ripped me apart and found someone else who could help her. Or be out there right now, still hunting you. Which, you know, if a soul is determined enough,
Here we'll look to Leon, see what he's doing.
Leon is currently just kind of leaning back, listening to all of this. Not really doing a whole lot, just curiously watching, for the most part.
And to Fargus and say, you two have some affiliation with the undead. You might have some interesting questions. Sit down. Let the others have a go at him. You might know more about, well, things that we're not directly concerned with, but that might matter to you personally.
Leon looks over, eyes Fargus.
From what it seems like, it doesn't really seem like he has a superior. I'm not sure, do you?
do I have a what?
A superior. It doesn't really seem like you do.
I am a mercenary. I am now a failed mercenary, having been contracted by the Black Fang, which means they're going to hunt me now, presuming I even make it out of here, which means they might just be hunting a ghost.
Yes.
No, no superior.
So, you know, there's a couple of options. We either let him go, we kill him, or we let him join us.
I would vote against letting him join us. It seems like we've already tried that. Besides, he could still complete his contract. They don't know that he's failed, and if he can kill us later, then he has...
No, my contract wasn't for you. I came here because of Bree. I just knew about your location.
And so why would the Black Fang hunt you down?
The reason why is because I failed another contract in the priority to come here.
Oh, I see. So what were you going to do after you had killed us? Run forever?
No, I would have made sure to successfully complete that one. But the window of opportunity is now officially closed.
Who was it?
It was what?
Who were you supposed to attack?
Why does it matter to you?
Why do you care if we know?
The masked figure shrugs. I was supposed to investigate... what was his name? There was a dragonkin who supposedly had betrayed the Black Fang organization, an individual by the name of Jinzeros, who lurks around a temple devoted to Tamara, the goddess of mercy. Rather than send in one of the assassins for the matter, which I think means they were lying to me, and the individual's not that important. They just wanted to send me. I was supposed to kill him by tonight, and I was going to make my way towards the shrine. But I wanted to visit here first. The Spectre was rather impatient.
Huh. Screw is a little annoyed that we didn't take his mask, because now he can't tell if the guy's lying or not.
Does it really matter if he is lying or not?
Oh, alright. An enemy of the Black Fang, though, is, in a way, our friend, right?
If he's telling the truth, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Attempt to secretly roll, like, your sense motive-y, like, trying to ascertain the veracity of what he's saying. A skill check.
Intelligence check?
That would definitely be wisdom.
Wisdom. Well, alright, let's go with
plus
it.
level plus a relevant background. You'll type / roll secret. And then, your rolls an insight skill check. It certainly will be a very challenging one, courtesy of almost all of his body language being hidden. It's only his voice you can hear.
Yeah, it's kind of bound. Let's see here. I don't think I have anything to read people masks. So here we go.
I mean, considering this is an interrogation, would Thomas's guard background work?
Sure, I would allow that.
Alright.
Okay. And one from Gryph, if you care enough, but although you did say that what does it matter whether he's lying or not, so I don't know whether you do care enough.
Tempus will probably sort of sigh, lean forward, and just sort of continue looking at the dice speaker. Would this trickster of the dice be able to understand whether he's got understanding from playing cards, whether people's got a good hand, he can read a bluff or not?
You can. I will allow you to use that background for this situation.
That's
Although,
wit.
although you will be attempting to read him based solely on his voice.
You're probably also... Sorry.
That was probably supposed to be secret. By the way.
Yes, it was, so I want you to roll that again and make it secret.
Alright.
it wouldn't be the first poker fight where poker tournament where someone was trying to use a mask or inject their face with some sort of thing that paralyzed the muscles.
I will address these in the order which I received them. Dwohurim thinks the man is being entirely honest. And finds confirmation and, commiseration in that he, too, has realized that he's now being hunted by the Black Fang. Leon is less sure of that. He doesn't hear any, untruths, ringing out, but doesn't find the words of the man convincing. Fargus, as far as you can tell, the Death Speaker is being completely honest. No falsehood at all. As for Thomas, it's so difficult to tell. He has no body language through which he's able to communicate, other than that one time where he lifted his head to look at Dwohurim. That was at Mission of the Four. Other than that, he's laying prone on the bed, and it's only through his voice. Based solely on his voice, Thomas thinks he's being honest. And as for Tempus, Tempus feels as Leon does, that he seems honest, Pool. I'm a dumb guy. Yeah, not bad. No, probably fine. Yeah. You're not hearing any blatant falsehoods, at least.